Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Journals. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a journaler, journal maker and teacher of journaling courses, and in this video I am sharing how I make my Daphne's Diary journals. So this is part of a series of videos. I've already showed how I made the cover and then chose the pages for each journal, and now I'm going to fold and cut the pages so that they fit nicely inside the covers. So I'm just starting with the bigger journal here, and this one's much easier to do because you can just fold the pages pretty much in half, and then all it requires is a little trim either at the top or the bottom of the page. Nice large size cover and journal, so that means the pages can be nice and large too. Not too much trimming needs to go on. And mostly what I am deciding is whether I fold the page lengthwise so that you can have either a vertical page or a horizontal page, so the words facing vertically or horizontally. And I'll kind of want a bit of a mix between the two, just so that the journal has some variety and different looks as you turn the pages. And so I'm just looking at each page as I come to it and working out from the design elements on the page what will work best, or what looks best to my eye in terms of whether I fold it down lengthways or widthways. And then you get these little offcuts too sometimes that you can add to the journal as smaller pages, or I keep them for making another journal entirely when I make my small Daphne's Diary journals, the mini ones. And yeah, so just folding and cutting and trimming them down to size. I do try to leave quite a generous amount of width at the side or the edge of the page, just so that it minimizes any cutting needed when you go to bind the journal, and just so that there's no pages sticking out of the cover, which is totally cool if that's what you want to do. Sometimes I would do that. My earlier journals, I think I did that more, really left the pages sticking out the edges of the cover, but I quite like the clean look. So neat and tidy, all the pages straight edged and kept safe within the cover, so it's kind of protected, they won't crease as much. This page I didn't use all the pages that I pulled out, because as I was looking at them again, sometimes it just wasn't speaking to me, and that one, yeah, I don't really like having people in my journals. So yeah, that was, if it's just like one person or, you know, an artist shot, I don't mind that necessarily. Like if it was for my personal journal, I would try not to put them in my personal journal, but I don't mind it for just, you know, a one-off here or there. But when it was a full-size page of people, I'm just like, I could give that one a miss. If I absolutely needed it in the journal, of course, I would totally be okay with that too, because it's a junk journal, anything goes. It's just, you know, different preferences that we have. And yeah, wherever possible, I will not include people's faces in my journal, or people in general. But I don't mind like cartoon pictures of people. Those ones are okay. They're kind of cute little cartoon illustrations. But yeah, real people, it's just like, I don't want a stranger in my journal. I want my own photos of people I know from my real life. Anyway, so this one's probably one of my favourite pages for this particular journal. Probably because it's blue, blue and white, one of my favourite combinations, and just pretty little cottage looking house with the flowers, and blue and white flowers as well. Love it, kind of cornflower blue. And how sweet is this little page with the watering can? How cute is that? So I definitely want to use that. And so that's why I didn't mind getting rid of that page with the people, because some of these pages I cut so that you get 2 pages out of one, and that, you know, bulks up my pages. I want 10 feature pages minimum, and I'll intersperse those with blank pages later on. But yeah, I don't mind if I have 11 or 12. I just want 10 at a minimum though. And so that is the big journal done now, and I will move on to the smaller journal. So this one is a little bit trickier to fold and cut the pages, just because it requires a little bit more measuring, but in the end I found it was quite easy because the size of this particular journal was just right to be able to fold the pages in half lengthways this time. And I basically either cut them in half or I measure them to fit the size of the journal. And I did have my ruler, and usually I rule my lines where I want to cut them, but I found it was just really simple to either cut them in half, or there's usually something on the page with the Japanese diary pages that will give me a marker of where to cut. Like there'll be frames, or there'll be a block of text or something, or a heading or title, and that will guide me as to where to put the cut. And as well, because I don't want to cut a word right in the middle necessarily, or a picture right in the middle of something. So the page tells me where to place my cut, whatever the design on the paper is. And I love those little planner, weekend planner or weekly planner notebook pages. They're really cool just to break up the size of the pages too. But yeah, even this little journal, I want a mix of pages going vertical, pages going horizontal, and just, a variety of different looks as you move through the journal. And yeah, I don't use all of the pages. Again, this one I ended up having quite a lot more pages to work with because of the smaller size. So, cutting them in half gives you double the pages pretty much. So I had to be selective and part with some of them. And as you see, I kind of cut some of them up for my own personal journaling, like cutting out ephemeral pictures that I think might look good in, a journal page spread. So that's a good way to build up your stash as well. I love these pages. These are my favorite pages for this particular journal. The ones with the birdhouses. They're so cute. And I love the purple flowers with them as well. Really, really pretty. This one's quite a fun page with the lollies on this side. Really colourful, like a rainbow, but I love this side more. I love that giant flower. Really, really pretty. They're kind of like watercolour flowers in a way. I'd like to be able to do that one time. Do my own watercolour flowers. I quite enjoy watercolour, so maybe one day it's something I'll do. And I'm sorry if you can hear bashing and crashing in the background. Luna, the little kitten, was playing with a toy and chasing it and thumping after it with her little pitter-patter feet. So she was having a grand old time while I was filming this video. And yeah, I don't mind. I just let her do that, she's having fun. She was like running underneath my bed and darting out of my bed and chasing this little toy. And she's been using or playing with Keanu's toys. And yeah, these are some of my favorite pages too, with this decorative paper. So pretty. And I love the brown side in particular because it has the bird and the flowers. So just playing around with how do I want to fold this so that the bird, I get to see the whole bird. So yeah, I fold it this way so that it's not kind of cut in half a little bit. So yeah, just a relaxing process of cutting papers. I don't know about you, but I find it quite therapeutic. Cutting my pages to size, folding them, measuring them. That one I didn't do too well. It wasn't very straight at all. But yeah, I find it very relaxing, and often I'll just put on a podcast. Psychology in Seattle or Law Runner are the two ones I listen to that I love listening to. They often have episodes that go for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. The episodes that go for 3 hours are my favorite because I can just craft away and relax. And yeah, just a reminder that anything using Daphne's Diary magazine can't be sold due to copyright of the designers and creators and artists' work in the magazine, but they make wonderful gifts and personal use as well. I get these from a local newsagent. Well, actually the last 3 magazines, I think, Daphne's Diary so kindly sent them to me, so a big thank you to Daphne's Diary. That is absolutely amazing. I'm so chuffed that I am able to share these magazines with you and some crafting ideas using them. And if you like the magazine, I hope you can find it too. It can be a little bit hard to find. I also get it from eBay sometimes if I can't find it in store. And it's been wonderful reading some of your comments of people saying that they have made their own Daphne's Diary journals after watching these videos. That's awesome. So that's that video. I'll see you in the next one. A big special thank you to my beautiful patrons who supported me in February. Thank you so much. I could not do this without you. It really means the absolute world to me. And if you would like to become one of my patrons supporting my channel and Willow Bound Journals, you can do that. The link is down below in the description box. That's where you get access to more videos, behind the scenes looks, personal updates, first access to my journals, printables. If you're a Ruby patron or higher, you get every single digital kit from my Etsy plus one new one every month. And you can also look in the description box below for links to my Instagram, Facebook group, journal courses that I run, and all the details are down there. If you'd like to contact me, you can do that with my email down below as well. And may you journal your life because your stories matter.